Hey y'all, welcome back to your favorite natural girl channel. I love to see y'all here so I can have someone to talk to. So today I have a video all about hair, so stay tuned and check the description box for timestamps. Okay, let's go ahead and continue with a quick little story about my natural hair journey. One day in 2015, I decided to cut my hair because no matter how many times my hair was permed, blow dried, or flat ironed, it was still hard to manage. It was the best decision I ever made, truly. The goal was to record every day during my growth process, but indeed, I let my mind stop me from doing that. Oh, and this is my favorite conditioner. It works wonders on thick hair, no matter what the length is. I truly believe if you have hair texture similar to mine, you should pick it up. Buy it. Maybe buy a few of them, really. All right. Here it is again. Make sure you get it. Make sure it says the one with flaxseed. If it doesn't say flaxseed, probably just skip it until you can find the one that say flaxseed. All right. I'm so happy you guys get to see where my hair is now after all the colors, cuts, and different styles. And I love it because it really does define me. It will continue to change, and I'm excited to see the continuous changes because you never know how your hair is going to change throughout the years. Being able to get up and add water and conditioner to my hair, then pick it out, is truly a blessing. However, there are days that my hair becomes too much to handle, and that's when I have to take a break from it by putting in a protective style. And today I chose to do Two-Strand Twist, and I'm starting off by detangling my hair using a co-wash. Now, this is my first time ever using a co-wash, and this one was the Dew One Love co-wash with Super Slip cleansing cream, and it's pre-poo, no poo, deep condition wash day in a jar. So whenever I put it on my hair, you can just see it just slips right on through. And I really didn't even need a comb to detangle my hair because it really helps my hair separate, and it really allowed me to get a good clean wash without my fingers getting tangled into my hair. So for those people that are out here charging $50 for a detangle, let's just go ahead and go around them and get you the Dew co-wash, and you can save that $50 and detangle your own hair. Thank me later. Okay, while I am putting this co-wash in my hair, I'll finish my story of when I went natural completely. And it was as soon as I started college. It was my first year being away from home. It was my first year really getting to know myself. And then I also was able to get to know my hair. And surprisingly, I started wearing my fro, and I got so many compliments. I probably didn't expect how many different groups of people that would like my hair. So I was super surprised by that, and it was new to all of us really, because I was really the only one walking around with an Afro, and it was small my first year of college, but during my second and third year, it definitely got bigger and bigger every year. And I just kept falling in love with it. Every time I would try to get braids, it would just be too many braids. It would always be heavy. I could never put the braids in different styles. It was just always too big and bulky because my hair was still thick, even though my fro was small at the beginning. But when I learned how to do my little baby hairs in the front, I learned how to make my fro into different sizes. I learned how to manipulate my fro into different shapes. Oh, there was no stopping me at that point. And at some point, I started to want to wear wigs, but then I was like, if braids are this big, then I know a wig gonna be really bulky. So I started creating my own hair oil, and I actually started selling my hair oil, and it did amazing. When I tell you I was sold out within a week, that has always been a blessing, and I'm definitely going to get back to it. I have been working on it, but I've always been really scared to release it again because I've always wanted a website that was set up for me, and I'm working on that now. So be ready to shop with me and get all your natural hair products. So I'm really excited about that. So stay on the lookout for that. And also with my natural hair, I've always got compliments, but they always compare me to like people back in the day. They always reminded me like, that's what we used to do back in the day, and you bringing it back and you look cute with it. And so somebody please call me so I could be like on the front of a magazine or like a face and hair model, because I will do it, because that it is about time for me to get there. And I've worked long enough, and I am ready to sit in front of a camera and just smile and look cute and let people, manipulate my hair into different shapes, and let's just get on a big stage together. And I know this video is a lot of talking, but I don't want to get any copyright with any music. So y'all gotta hear me talk, and it may be all over the place, but that is well worth it, because this is almost real time of me really doing my hair and how long it really takes. Even though I cut out a lot of parts and you guys don't have to sit here for hours, I really enjoy making this video. So even in this part right here, you can see how all I had to do was wet my hair and rake this co-wash through my hair, and it is just slipping through and sliding through, and it does get a little messy, but I really appreciate whatever combination this was, because it works wonders. And then eventually you'll see me, run my fingers through it, making sure the products get all through my hair, get on every strand of hair. And then you see how this pick just slides through it like butter. Oh my goodness, look at that. And all I use is one product, which was that co-wash, and it works wonders again. And now I'm just separating it so I can comb it with my detangling brush. And even with the detangling brush, you see it just slipping right through. Like, I put a whole bunch of products on there, but this product is amazing. Just look how it's coming through with my detangling brush. That is amazing. And then now I just gotta look at my whole head with the product all around it, and just make sure everything is distributed evenly so it can sit in. And I also let this product sit in for about 2 hours because I did have to go somewhere, but I did let it sit in my hair so it can soak in, because I love the way it made my hair feel. I love the way it made my hair look. I love the way I could comb through my hair, and then you can see my curls starting to come through as well. And this is when I decided that I was done, because I saw that I got it all throughout my hair. It is 12:16. I'm gonna be at the dentist at 1 o'clock, so I gotta go. So at this point, I knew I was putting in my favorite leave-in conditioner with the flaxseed. So I decided to give myself a lip mask. If you know, you know, I love this lip mask. It really just gets that dead skin off the top layer of your lips. And it also leaves your lips very smooth and shiny, almost like you got lip gloss on. So I really do love that. All right, now that my lip mask is on, let's see what's underneath this towel and how it's looking after the co-wash and wash and conditioner. So this is the front, and you got the back. On camera, my hair doesn't look like a lot, but it is a lot to manage. So I know I have to put this in sections and put in my leave-in conditioner before I do anything to make my hair manageable. And that's what you see me doing here, just putting my hair in sections so I can really get to different areas of my head. And just like that, I just add some water and add my favorite conditioner and comb through it, and my curls come back to life so I can do my next style. And this is a process, and it's also an arm workout. So while I am working my arms, please work your arms and leave a comment down below so we can communicate. Also, go ahead and like and subscribe this video, especially if you made it this far listening to me talk. I really do appreciate you, because I would not be here without you, and allowing you to spend some time with me and really get to know me and get to know the steps that I take to do different styles on my hair. And I love when I get to the front of my head, because that just tells me I'm almost done, and I can really give my arms more of a break in the front because I can see it, and it's also less of an hassle compared to trying to do the back of my head. So we're going to go ahead and finish this up so we can go ahead and head out. And we're going to continue to use the same 3 steps throughout each section, piece by piece, which is water, conditioner, and then grab that detangling brush and comb it through. Just try to get each section. And also on this part, you can see me trying to use a new detangling brush. I really like that brush because it has the corners where it's open, so it allows my hair to go ahead and start curling when I put the comb through. But once I get to the last section of my head, it's a celebration, because we are almost done and we're almost able to give our arm a break. So I usually play some music at this point, but again, I don't want to get copyright, so you guys have to listen to me talk. But it won't be long, because this section always go by pretty fast. And it's definitely the same repeat, water, conditioner, comb, rake through. And then you can see here when my hair starts to dry up, the curls start coming in more, and that white residue, it eventually turns into like a glossy look. So when it dries, it's so pretty. And I know I need to get my hair cut again, because some reason I just feel like I have some type of damage in the front of my head, but I'm really trying to maintain it and let it grow out so I can cut while it's growing also. And then look at my big old hair. It is so big and I love it. But now it's time to put it in a fro. So I grab my shoestring, I pull it up into a shape that I want for the day. And look at all those curls just bouncing around. And then I just fluff it up using my pick to the style. And y'all see what time it is. Your girl was in and out, and we're almost done and ready to go, because we have to go to this dentist appointment. We cannot reschedule again. So I just use this diffuser just to let my hair dry a little bit faster. Finally, we have made it to the two-strand twist process. I started a little bit without you guys, just so I won't have to bore you too much with getting all the sections done and starting the process. But this is how I do my two-strand twist. I start in the back and I section it off and just watch my arms work. You know, we have to separate them and go down and give it a tight, make sure it's really tight twist. And I did not have to add any more conditioner, because once I wet my hair, the conditioner came back up like it was no problem. So that was a smart idea, to go ahead and put conditioner and just wet it as I go through to put my two-strand twist in, and it made it a lot more manageable that way as well. So I was really happy that I was able to do that. And as y'all also know by now, we love when we get to the front of my head, because that means we are almost done and we can actually see what we are doing. But every twist is gonna get wet first, and I'm going to twist as tight as I can, just to make sure we can keep this style in for at least 2 weeks, because after 2 weeks I probably will redo it, which I ended up doing anyway. Also, each twist gets a clamp at the end just to help it continue to stretch as it dries, because if I do not put a clamp at the end while it's drying, it will shrink. So that's a method that I did learn to do over the years as well. Oh, I also added the dew mousse to the twist as well to give them a bounce even after they dry. There are so many reasons why I love two-strand twists. The number one reason is that I can simply oil my scalp when needed, sleep with my satin bonnet, and keep it moving. It's also a get up and go hairstyle, meaning all you have to do is get up, remove that bunny, and walk out the door. With less manipulation, the less opportunity there is for breakage. Another reason why I love twists is because they help me retain length because my ends aren't constantly rubbing against my clothes or being combed every single day. Healthy ends make a huge difference. Speaking of ends, my ends are the oldest part of my hair, so they're naturally more fragile than the rest of my hair. Keeping them tucked away helps me prevent them and protect them from dryness and damage. Another benefit is that twist makes wash day so much easier later on in the week. When my hair is stretched and twist, it doesn't tangle nearly as much. That means less time detangling and fewer knots. I also think twists are one of the most versatile protective styles. You can wear them exactly the way you'll see me when it's done. You can also pin it up in an updo. You can put them into buns. You can wear your twists out after taking them down. It's almost like getting multiple hairstyles from one style. Another thing I love is how much my hair seems to thrive when I simply leave it alone. Sometimes we think we have to constantly do something to our hair, apply a product, try another technique, style it every day. But honestly, sometimes your hair just needs peace. And that's what I'm giving my hair for these next 2 weeks or even longer. It also needs moisture, it needs protection, and it needs time. I think that's one of the biggest lessons natural hair has taught me. Consistency beats perfection every single time. You don't need the most expensive products. You don't need 20 different oils. You don't need to compare your hair to someone else's. You just need to learn what works for your own hair and stay consistent with it. Natural hair is definitely a journey. There are going to be good hair days. There are going to be fresh, straightened wash days. There's going to be days where you just want to cut it all off. But at the end of the day, you have to stay patient. And you'll be surprised by what your hair can do as long as you give it some time. That's one reason I enjoy making these videos. And hopefully someone who's starting their natural hair journey can see and realize they're not alone. I've had days where my hair didn't come out the way I wanted to, and we've all been frustrated before, but every wash day is another opportunity to learn something new about your hair. Every time you touch your hair and try a new product is an opportunity to learn what your hair likes and does not like. And if you made it this far in this video, let me know down in the comments how long you've been natural and what some lessons you learned and some things you will teach someone else. I always love hearing everyone else's different journeys because no two natural hair stories are exactly the same. Now let's finish these twists because we are almost there. This is also the perfect time to point out how I twist the front part of my hair that's closest to my face. I like to twist those backwards because it'll last longer from the roots, because if I twist it the other way, they'll untwist in a way that won't allow it to last longer. But as long as you twist them away from your face and you keep it tight to your fingers, they will last a lot longer. I don't know about y'all, but once I get to these last few sections of my hair, it's time to celebrate, because after twisting all of that hair and finally getting done, I have to treat myself. There's no way you can't treat yourself after doing all the hair by yourself, standing up for that long period of time, making sure everything is moisturized and twist to perfection. So The way I celebrate is by making sure I pat myself on the back and I tell myself I did a good job, because no matter what, I did it. It's done, and it's going to be up for a few weeks, and I'm going to make sure I maintain them so I do not have to continue to go through this process multiple times a day, and I could just walk out the house whenever I want to, and I'll have some nice fresh twists, and they are so cute already. And this is finally the last one. Yes, we have made it to the end, and I'm so happy to say, oh, never mind, there's another one. This is not the last one. This is the one before the last one, but that's okay. We're still there. And as you can see, my arm probably feels like it's finna fall off at this point, and I'm just trying to push through, knowing that I don't have to do this again and I can relax my arm. But I am done, and I'm just adding some Jamaican black castor oil on my scab. That's just the oil I chose for the twist because it's super thick. It doesn't run down my face when I put it on, and I know it's going to get in those twists evenly, and it's not going to get all over the place either. But I'm so happy of the way they came out. I love how they look. I love how they feel. And right now I'm just going to let them dry a little with the clips at the end, and then I'll come back and I'll show you me taking out the clips and how they look when they are dry. Okay, we are back, and this is me taking out those clips, and you can see since I had the clips on, they are still extended. If the clips were not there, they would have shriveled up and shrunk so much that they wouldn't even look like twists at this point. But they look so moisturized, they feel so good, and they're just so fluffy. And I did make them pretty small, so again, I want them to last at least 2 weeks, if not longer. That would help me out so much. And again, every twist got a clamp, so I made sure I took all of those out. And look at that, we are finally done. All of this thick hair is in twist, all moisturized up, oiled up, and ready to go. And at this point I was deciding how I want to style it. I think I'm going to just keep it down. So in order to keep it out of my face, because I really don't like hair in my eye, I'm just going to add a few bobby pins to keep it pushed back. Still going to look the same. You can barely see the bobby pins. I don't think you can see it at all, really. If you didn't know they were there, you probably wouldn't have thought that they were there. But they came out so cute, and I know I look so much younger now. And I'm all done, and I don't have to touch my hair for 2 weeks, probably longer. And thank you guys so much for staying around with this video. This is the back of them. Of course, the back dried a lot faster than the front because it was already done, but it is still super cute, super manageable. I can wear this anywhere. And again, I appreciate you guys so much for staying this long. I appreciate you guys listening to my voice this long, and come back for more hair videos. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.